Hey everybody, it's time for the Week 13 ForrestLand MishMash Fantasy Football Recap. Things are getting down to the wire here. We only have 1 week of the regular season left. And in Week 13, we had two teams punch their tickets to the playoffs. Let's talk about the MASH division. We had the Virginia Vikings, a slim 10-point win, 159-149 over the tough luck Darth Taters. They clinched the MASH division with a 9-3-1 record and a 4-game winning streak. So very impressive. This is one of those years where there hasn't been that one guy that if you had that one guy, you would definitely be like in the championship game. But the closest thing we have to that is Aaron Rodgers, who is just obviously league MVP, 12-0. He's been sort of more or less carrying the Virginia Vikings. Also, Eli Manning having a great year. So the Vikings have a 1-2 punch at quarterback that's really going to take them well into the playoffs. So last week, those were the two big scorers. Victor Cruz also been great for the Giants. Mendenhall on his bench with 18. Dexter McCluster with 20, but didn't really make a difference because it got just enough to win by 10 points. The Idaho Darth Taters, not being a homer, cost them a little bit. They had the Packers D instead of their own Steelers D, and that would have got them the tie. So, and then they would have lost to the tiebreaker. But Darth Taters should have had your Steeler defense in, but obviously ending the season can't end soon enough for the Darth Taters. They fall to 3-10. Virginia Vikings clinched the MASH division. Other playoff ticket was the a little bit lucky Slim Aussies defeating the Travelers 155-106. Finally got a good game from Phillip Rivers. Hallelujah. I mean, he's been terrible all year. So he got 27 points Monday night. Just a nice steady effort. The big thing to note for the Slim Aussies is that Matt Forte got hurt, and he is out at least for 1 week, probably 2 or 3. So not looking good from a running back standpoint for the Aussies. Looks like I'm going to have to rely on Ryan Matthews and Reggie Bush. Ugh. So I'm not giving up yet, though. Happy to have clinched the playoff spot. Haven't necessarily won the division yet, although the tiebreaker settings for the league aren't really clear. But I'm pretty sure that total points is the tiebreaker for. I know it's for playoff seeding. I'm assuming it's for the division as well. So I've got a real healthy points lead on the Whalers, who lost. I'll get to them in a minute. So I'm pretty sure, for all intents and purposes, the Aussies have the division at 9-4, regardless of what happens this week because of tiebreakers. But we'll see. So up and down. Not right in the middle of the pack in terms of scoring, but I played a team that didn't score any points, so pretty happy about that, and I'm not complaining about my 155-106 win. And the Travelers, after getting to 500, have now lost 3 in a row, so they're obviously out of it. Other important games, the Hartford Whalers had a chance to clinch. They fall to 3rd and long. Last year's champion, 3rd and Oolong, really setting themselves up nicely for the playoffs with a big win. The Whalers, I think they're the scariest team. I've said it all year long. I think with Tom Brady and the emergence of Cam Newton, I don't see why the Whalers have lost so many games. But they only score 132 points. They got tons from Brady and Newton and Greg Jennings, but just not much else there. Not much on the bench either. So the Whalers fall to 8-5, and they are by no means have clinched a playoff berth. And meanwhile, 3rd and Oolong really sets themselves up nicely because they've got the point. I think they're in 1st or 2nd for points all year. So they're going to win some tiebreakers if they can win next week. Plus, they have the one tie, which is giving them a half-game lead over the Ray Finkel. So 3rd and Long really helped themselves with a league-high 186 points. Everyone except LeGarrette Blount did good. Matt Moore and Christian Ponder, 27 points from Christian Ponder. I watched the first couple minutes of that game against Denver, and he looked like he was terrible. I think he had 3 picks. They had a safety, but yet, two picks, a fumble, but yet 3 touchdowns, a ton of yards, and they get Ponder 27 points, so that could be huge going down the stretch. With Josh Freeman, looks like he didn't even play, so that could be the pickup third and long's looking for. So they score 186 points, they get the win. The Whalers really miss an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot, and they're actually, if my calculations are correct, are in danger of not making the playoffs at all. I'll take a look at the standings in a minute.